Good afternoon, world. You're watching Hue in Colour. First of all, my friends, I want to say I hope you're having a lovely week. Secondly, I want to talk to you today about how taking action and being consistent with that action changes our life and it creates positive ripples towards inspiration and breakthrough. You see, whenever we take action in our life, two things are happening. First of all, we're creating a shift that is moving things forward. Secondly, we are making life easier for ourselves. I'm going to say that again. Every time we create action or we take action, firstly, we are making a shift. Secondly, we're making life easier for ourselves. For example, let's take the analogy of somebody going for a jog. Now, the first time they go for that jog in a long while, it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. There's going to be that bit of resistance. There's possibly going to be that moment of them not wanting to go for that jog. And the hardest part is going to be putting their shoes on, tying their laces, and simply getting out of the house. But then once they get started, what's going to happen is that they're going to feel this weight off their shoulder. First of all, they're going to feel a sense of achievement and a sense of confidence that they've committed to this jog and that they've managed to get outside. But also, they're going to feel a weight off their shoulder because it's going to feel possible and that it wasn't that difficult. So they go for the jog, they get into the swing of it, they get a rhythm. At first, maybe it's a bit hard, it's a bit challenging, they're out of breath, maybe there's some apnea, but they break through that and then they realise they can do it. They've accomplished, they've proved to themselves that they were capable. They then go back next week. Now this time around it's even easier. This time around they've proved to themselves that they can do it. They've got the routine, they know how the jog's going to pan out, and they know how to pace themselves, so they know how to control their breathing, and they know how they're going to go about doing this jog. And it's more enjoyable. All of a sudden it's become fun. All of a sudden they're having fun with it. Now they've done this jog, they're going to go throughout the day feeling better about themselves. They're going to have an enormous sense of well-being. They're going to feel healthier. They're going to feel clearer in their minds. This is making life easier for themselves. All of a sudden, life is easier. Life feels lighter. And then after doing that jog, that person's able to then go back home. They then feel more inspired, freer in their mind to work on that task that they wanted to work on. They're going to feel more enthusiastic, more motivated, more determined, because they know that they can do it. They've proven to themselves they can do something. So they ask themselves the question, okay, what am I going to do next? And also everything feels lighter because they've got that out of their mind. They've had a win. You see, this is how taking action makes life easier for ourselves. Doing that task that we've been putting off. Maybe it's something like housework. Maybe there's a day off, somebody wakes up and then all of a sudden they think to themselves, do you know what, I'm going to do the laundry, I'm going to clean the entire house. Something as simple as that. It's done, it's out the way. Now all of a sudden they've freed up this space in their life to then go and watch a seminar or catch up with their friends and not have that in the back of their mind thinking, oh, when I get home I've got to tidy up. No, because it's been done. It's already complete. We've shifted that. We've shifted things, we've got it out of the way, and now we're able to focus on other things. See, this is what happens when we take action. It's making life easier for ourselves. The other thing I wanted to talk about today, guys, is the importance of reaching out to the right people that can complement your current place in life and can help you find that guidance you're looking for and knowing when is the right time to reach out to those people. Whenever we've been working on a project or some personal change within our life, every now and again we'll realise that we've made progress. We'll realise that we've accomplished something that has changed our life permanently in a positive way. We've achieved something within ourselves. We've moved forward with a project and we feel more confident in ourselves. And every now and again, firstly, it's nice to give back to those that have inspired us to get there, but also it's really important to work with people and to communicate with others that are on a similar path, and also those that have been there before, and we can learn from them. And we're able to instill this reassurance and this confidence in ourselves that we're on the right path and that it's making a difference. So every now and again, it's really wonderful to reach out to people and give thanks. But also it's wonderful to reach out for people and say, hey, I saw your video, hey, I was watching your seminar recently, it really inspired me. What you were talking about really resonated with me, and I want to thank you because that inspired me to take action in this area, in that area. And then what we're doing is we're connecting with people that are on the same level as us. We're connecting with people that are like-minded and are in alignment with us. Because that's why they inspired us. That's why we were drawn to that piece of content or that public figure or that artist or that business entrepreneur or whoever it is. That's why we were drawn to them, because they had a key to something that we were trying to unlock. They were speaking the same language as us, and they were uncovering part of the process that we were really keen to discover. And from doing that, from discovering them, we discover more about ourselves. So that's why it's so valuable to reach out to these people, because you're building your community. That's what it is, it's a community. And that's something that really changed my life that I wanted to share with you guys today on Hue and Colour. That in my 20s, when I started reaching out to people who inspired me and who I resonated with, it started to create this community because I realised they were a reflection of me. And I was a reflection of them. We were asking similar questions and we were looking to do similar things. And that's how life changes. Taking action, being consistent and reaching out. It's phenomenal how much of a change and how much of an impact it can make from reaching out to one person. Because it could change the entire course of your life. But reaching out to that one person is almost like a lighthouse. It's almost like seeing a beacon of light. It's almost like reaching out for this lifeboat that's going to guide you to where you want to be. So that was the first kind of change that happened in my life. And I started connecting with people all over the world. And then all of a sudden I've got this community. I'm not doing it alone. I'm still showing up every day and doing whatever it is I do, but this time around I'm not doing it alone. So I feel that there's direction in my life and that I have guidance and the path is clear. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I've always wanted to be honest, guys. You know, this is my YouTube channel that I just started out of thin air. It's about how I navigated my life and made these breakthroughs and made success, coming from a very humble background and never really being told any of this stuff, just having to learn it for myself. So I really wanted to share that with you. You know, if ever there was a key, you know, if ever there was a secret code, you know, surely this is it.